What's going on, guys? I am back, and we got Dropshot patch notes before the patch is out. So, if there is anything a little bit off with these patch notes, or if there's some additional patch notes that are not in the patch notes themselves, I will let you guys know that in a future video. But I wanted to get this out there because I am so excited for this patch. This patch looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, mostly for me because of Dropshot. I'm not a big fan of, the new season. It's cool that we're getting a new season finally, but we've been waiting on that for a long time, and we knew it was coming. Dropshot, though, is brand new, so I can't wait to try that out. Let's just go through the patch notes. I haven't even read them yet. I figured I'd just go through it with you guys, and we can talk about it. So, first off, headlines. I'm going to go through this quickly because it's going to be brought up more later. Dropshot game mode is now available in the unranked playlist. Here's my gripe with this a little bit. I wish they would just add these to ranked. I guess they don't want to add too many different playlists, but it'd be really cool if Dropshot was just ranked and like Rumble was ranked. It doesn't really matter that it's RNG. It'd be kind of fun to see how far you could climb. Personally, I think everything should just be ranked. I understand that unranked makes it a little bit more casual and a little bit more fun where you can leave, but the competitor inside me would love for these to also be ranked, but I understand trying to split up the player base probably wouldn't be the best idea. But it would be nice if they tested it out once. Like when Dropshot came out, if they had ranked and unranked, see how many people are in each playlist, and then maybe like you keep ranked for only like a season of Dropshot or something like that, or even only for half a season and give rewards based on that. But oh well. Neo Tokyo has been removed from casual and competitive playlists. Rest in peace, Neo Tokyo. I had a whole spiel about that earlier in a different video. I think the map might have been too different for its own good. I want them to continue with different maps, but it should be one slight variation. I've said this before on DFH locker rooms way back, but one slight variation on maps would make more sense. So rest in peace, Neo Tokyo. It will come back as a standard map. I don't think in this patch, but we'll see as we go on. Turbo Crate has been added. I assume they'll tell us all about those items later. And there's painted endo bodies and also rocket trails. So there's now painted bodies and trails, which is kind of cool, I guess. I'm not a huge fan of the painted car body because you shouldn't have to collect a car more than once, personally, in my mind. But they're there. So for the people that really want to get into getting some endo bodies, they can go ham. Seasonal Easter items, so that's always nice. Between March 22nd. Oh, okay, so it is coming out on today. I thought this might be a little bit later into the patch. March 22nd to April 17th, so make sure you guys play some games, play some Dropshot, and get some Easter items. Season 3 of competitive plays end and Season 4 begins. Titles and awards will be awarded to the... titles and items will be awarded to the highest rank achieved during the season. So you don't have to worry about it if you're Grand Champ and got demoted. Most people don't use their Grand Champ titles anyway because it just involves griefing whenever people see it. So, but either way, you'll get that title, and then the wheels, obviously, for Champion, for the Star rank, for the Challenger rank, and Prospect rank. You will get all 4 wheels, if you were at Champion. And then if you're at Blue, then you get all the wheels except for Champion, and so on and so forth. All right, new content. Arena's Core 707, which is right here. Looks beautiful. It's a hexagon map. Is now available when playing Dropshot. It's the only mode it's available in because there is no goals. It's all about the tiles on the floor. I also made a video about Dropshot rules. 9 rules in effect. Whatever, it's called 10 rules. Go check it out if you want to see how Dropshot is going to be played, in case you were wondering how certain aspects of the game change it up. Then, of course, we got Manfield Night coming in, which should be a nice map. Manfield's a favorite of many, and so another variation of that is always nice. And then we got Neo Tokyo has been removed once again. We see that. In the future update, so not in this update, Neo Tokyo will return to online play as a standard layout. I saw a really good suggestion on Reddit where someone said throw a hoop on each side of Neo Tokyo, and that could be a really fun hoops map. That would be really cool. Like if they brought it back like as a standard, but they also just threw a hoop right where the goal normally is. And I think it would actually be kind of easier for some people on hoops because you got the side rails to kind of roll the ball up and stuff and get an easier pop shot in. I think that would actually be a lot of fun to add a little variation to the hoops playlist. I think that'd be pretty cool. Continue on. The Turbo Crate has been added painted versions of the Endo and the Rocket Trail. So the Endo, you see how this like little blue trail here? I don't know why my thing keeps saying I'm loading something. I believe that is the painted aspect of the cars. I'm not a huge fan of this because I would rather it just be part of a decal or something. But now you have to collect the Endo different colors if you want that. So we'll see how it is. But I'll be getting one endo and that's it, because I don't plan on collecting painted versions. But I know a lot of collectors out there will definitely be collecting these, and they'll probably be a hot commodity for the foreseeable future. So if you want one, it's probably going to cost you a lot of keys. And that's also another thing I'm not a huge fan of, is that the endo is the first car that is not a just an import of a different car that is only coming in crates. So basically, this car is way more expensive than any other car in the game. So, because every car was basically $2 before this, and these cars will definitely not be $2, at least at first. You might be able to get them a little bit cheaper as more and more people get them, but of course, there's going to be painted versions and stuff like that, which might keep their value a little bit higher than normal. But like, if you wait on this, you can probably get it for pretty cheap. But it is the most expensive car in the game, which, whatevs. Anyway, Easter 2017. So seasonal Easter items can be acquired March 22nd through April 17th. There's only 3 of them: Easter egg antenna, bunny ears hat, and Easter basket hat. So they show the bunny ears here a little bit further down onto their patch notes. They don't show the egg. They don't show the basket hat. But the ears look cool. Looks like they wave back and forth, maybe. And cool. Like, I like items. So it's only 3, so it's not as big as like a Halloween one or a Christmas item update, but still cool. Like, free items are always fun. Then we get new achievements. Registered voter. Head to the arena preferences and use all of your votes. Basically, this is Psyonix trying to make sure you know that this even exists, because I bet a lot of people didn't even know that you could change, like, you could like maps and dislike maps to help out with the with your matchmaking preferences, basically. Metaverse. Equip the Halo Topper and win a match on Starbase. Okay, so, you know, it's a little cute, I guess. All about the Halos. Brave the Elements. Complete a match on Wasted Land. Oh, on Wasted Land under the sea and in outer space. Okay. So they want you to just play non-standard maps. So basically, like, play non-standard maps, pros. Let's go. Should have this in the RLCS. Complete a match. Damage control. Win a drop shot match via shutout. So this one's actually probably going to be pretty tough. I assume many people will get this, but one major rule in drop shot is if your side has holes in it already and you score a goal, the whole field doesn't get reset. It's only the opponent's side of the field. Try and keep games a little closer. So basically, you have to keep your side of the field kind of untouched, or at least try to keep it untouched throughout the entire 5-minute game, because it doesn't get reset if you score. So keep that in mind. Full course. Score a total of 18 goals in drop shot. Okay. A little golfing stuff. 18 goals. That's going to be... Now, again, with these, with the drop shot stuff, you could probably just turn on bots or even go into an exhibition by yourself and probably unlock these, because it seems like they've never tried to keep you from doing that. So you could probably set up your own private match and play drop shot by yourself to unlock these if you so choose, but it'll be fun to try and actually get it. Then we got Buckminster. Times 10 damage, a total of 320 panels in drop shot. So I think there was only 3 phases of the ball. Maybe there's more with this? Or do they just mean the phase 3 is called times 10 damage? I'm not sure. We'll have to see when drop shot hits. That's something I do not know. I would assume that's just like the phase 3 damage of the tiles where you just go through. Who knows? Guess we'll see. That's just play a lot of drop shot and you'll get that. Changes and updates. In the general section with drop shot, the new mode is available now. The goal of the mode is to break the floor with the ball on the opponent's side, yada yada. Aquadome has undergone further performance optimization, and its overall color saturation has been reduced. Basically, Aquadome is hopefully fixed completely now. It's honestly my least liked map, just because it's the same map as every other one, just doesn't run as well. For me, it runs fine, but just in general, it is pretty busy of a map. So hopefully this helps that out a bit. Spell, Sando Remix by Hollywood Principal has been added to the soundtrack. So we got a new song to come with this update, which is pretty much every update nowadays. So we'll get a new song probably at the start when you launch the game as well. And then we got in-game code redemption has been added. In the future, players can go into extras menus and select redeem code and enter codes to unlock in-game items. So this has a lot to do with the cars that are coming out. The actual, it's not by Hot Wheels. I can't remember who it's by for the cars. My apologies. But when those cars come out, they're also going to come with a code for an item in-game, probably associated with that car. So those will probably only be available to be getting through those boxes, I would assume. So this is where the redeem code comes in, and who knows, maybe they'll do some more stuff with that in the future. But at least for now, I assume it's mostly for the real life cars that you can get, because they did say it would come with a code for an exclusive item. So hopefully there's one for each of those cars, and then you just get it. Probably decal, I would assume, but who knows. Arena preferences. So now the preference weighting has been updated to be simpler. Now if everyone dislikes a map, you cannot get that map. If half the people dislike it, it would be 50-50. But of course, if someone likes it, that would even out one of those votes, and so on and so forth. So map odds are now changed based on the net percentage of the lobby who like or dislike a map. Okay, so if everyone likes a map too, I guess you'll have a better chance to get it. Of course, there's multiple likes. So if everyone likes 3 of the maps, it's just only going to be one of those 3 maps is what they're saying here, it looks like. So you might not necessarily get, your favorite because you like 3 other ones too. So keep that in mind. I don't know if you can like one map and then dislike 2. I'm not sure if that's possible, because then if you were playing with someone and you really wanted, say, Wasteland, you could maybe only throw 1 like in there to have a better odds of getting it. But I'm not sure if that's even possible. If all players in a lobby dislike a map, it'll never appear. If half the players in the lobby like a map, yada yada. So this one will make it just the same if 1 likes and 1 dislikes. Time played is now tracked as a stat. So time played before this update will not be included in the tracking. Okay, so it's kind of pointless. But at least you can keep it from here on out. It would be nice if they just took your games and just said, like, here, it's plus 5 minutes for each of these. Like, if they were only keeping track of in-game time, that'd be kind of neat if it only included in-game time. Hell, even adding, like, 5 minutes and, like, 15 seconds for those overtime games that you have. Like, that would be a good way to do it, like, if you had all those games. Of course, some games, if you played privately, could be 1-minute games or whatever. But for the most part, I think that would at least solve some of it. Hopefully, time played as well is only in-game and not just in lobbies and stuff. That'd be kind of neat, but I doubt that's the case. I assume it's just going to be however long that Rocket League is open, kind of like Steam does it now. So it's not really an accurate number, but we'll see. We'll see what they do. User interface, trade and updates. Trade interface has been updated. All trade offerings will appear on screen without players needing to scroll through the list, so that's good. The trade timer now runs for 5 seconds, up from 3 seconds. Okay. Hopefully this helps a little bit for scammers and stuff like that, because scammers would throw it in their first row, then scroll down and keep adding items, and then delete it, and then keep scrolling down and add something else. So hopefully that helps. Key selection. A new key selection setting has been added to the options menu. Use oldest, use newest, or ask me. Oh, okay, so that's cool. If the user chooses ask me, a new UA module will appear when opening a crate that allows players to pick which key to use. Okay, so that's neat. In case you were like, I have this crappy crate, and I kind of just want the item. It's not really for trading purposes. Then you would want to use a new key. Because if it still has that 7-day limit on it, then you can't trade it. But if you use a key that's already past the 7 days, then you can trade that item right away. So, like, say you get a new crate and you're like, well, these items are going to be worth a lot for the first week. I want to use an old key here so I can trade it right away and try and make somewhat of a profit, and then try and open other crates later. Free play training. You can now select which map to train on after choosing free play from the training menu. So that's nice. If people want to practice on Wasteland and such, you can now exit directly to free play from the end of the match menu. So that's also a nice little touch. Custom training sequences can now be discovered and played cross-platform. That's really nice. I was shocked that that wasn't in there at first. And the custom training feature can now be accessed while offline. Neat. So that's nice in case, I'm on a plane and I have my laptop open for some reason. But like, I can work on some trainings as long as I have them saved, I assume. A new feature tab has been added that spotlights selected training sequences chosen by the Sonics team. That's also nice. Hopefully we get better playlists or better trainings that are up there right now, because we seem like a ton of those on like the top 50 or whatever it is are kind of pointless. Forfeiting a 1v1 match now requires confirmation. Okay. And loading screens now reflect the arena being loaded into, as well as the game mode. That one loading screen is gone? Oh, that's going to be nice if that's the case. There's always been one loading screen, and that's always irked me. So hopefully there's a lot more new loading screen stuff, and game tips are now included on the loading screen. That's nice, even though, like, we don't see it a lot. Well, we do see the loading screen a lot, but most people just don't even think about it. But that loading screen was there since the start of the game. The only loading screen there was just one little screen. So that's pretty nice. Painted items now show a color border in the UI, so it'll be a little easier to tell what they are. That's nice. PS4 and Xbox One players can now bind arrow left and arrow right. That's huge because a lot of people have been going towards the arrow left and arrow right options. I don't have enough buttons on my controller, though, for me personally, so I just keep it as the normal, but that's really good for those players trying to play like some of the pros, like, because some of the pros play with arrow left and arrow right. I'm not sure which ones, though, because that's not a question I've asked a lot. So, PS4 and Xbox One players can now disable light shafts in the video options menu. That's always nice. So a lot of quality of life improvements here. The default binding for create party and invite players has been changed to X on Xbox controllers and Square. Okay. A lot of people were mad about because it changed. I didn't see any point. Wheels are coming. Here's the wheels. If you didn't make champion yet, you have probably by the time you see this, an hour and a half to do it because ranked ends at 5:30 Eastern, and then the new season starts at 6. So you better hurry up. So the wheels look fancy. Personally, I would love if Challenger wheels had a gold trim on the outside, but it makes sense that they are worse and worse quality as you go down the list. Blues look really nice, though. I like the blues. I don't really care for the purples because I don't use purple. So, but the blues look nice. Season 3 is ended. Here's all the wheels, and you get a Grand Champ title if you made Grand Champ. Season 4 brings a new set of skill rankings. So there's more rankings, but there's only 4 divisions. So it's very similar to what we have now, I feel like. I didn't add them all up. But it's probably very similar if you just count divisions as new ranks. But it's always nice to get a new little icon or something. And then, of course, Grand Champion is going to be a little bit more exclusive this season, supposedly, is what Psyonix is saying. There now are only 4 divisions, yeah, per skill. So it's kind of like the same thing. Because if you think about it right now, we have what? 4 in Prospect, 4 in Challenger, 4 stars. Now, if you just like take the champion ranks out of it, that is 20, 40, 60... And now there's only 4 in each, and I think there's still 4 bronze. So it'll be 16, 32, 48. Well, there's more. Yeah, there still is more ranks, though. I'm not going to do the rest of it. I don't know. But, so that's good. I'm happy that there's more ranks. It's more fun to see you go up and down. Hopefully people don't get too discouraged by going down a lot, because if you want more ranks, that's what's going to happen. Like, you're going to jump up a lot, but you're also going to jump down. So hopefully people don't get too discouraged. Skill reset. After placement matches, you will be assigned a skill rating influenced by your Season 3 ranking. So placement matches aren't really placement matches in this game so far. They haven't said they've changed. Basically, it's just 10 matches at whatever your rank was, and then you finally see your rank. So you might move a little bit here or there, but for the most part, it's just like a normal game. It's not like if you get on a winning streak and you face Grand Champs after like 2 games because they want to see if you can hang. So your ranking shouldn't change too much after your placement matches, but this is also based on like it's a soft reset, so you are going to drop down a little bit if you're on the higher end. The ranking will be lower than where you finish Season 3, as I just said, and you will have to climb back to the highest rank that you can reach. So basically, it's a soft reset, so you'll come back down a little bit. We are not doing a full reset like Season 3 due to the lengthy period of matchmaking disturbance it created. Makes sense. Soft reset will keep... So, like, the Grand Champs are going to come down to around the Diamond to Platinum level, and then they'll have to grind back up through Champion and Grand Champion. So you will probably get a little bit more of weird matches, but not as badly. Matchmaking abuse. In the interest of enforcing fair competition, a small number of accounts have been identified as abusing the matchmaking system and will receive a hard skill reset. These accounts will not receive item rewards. Oh, okay. So possibly if you got boosted, who knows? Maybe they can tell IPs or something. You might not get your items. That would suck. And you get a full wipe of your skill. We'll see how many people this affects. But it's in bold, so they mean it. Psyonix is angry. Don't mess with Psyonix, corrupt. Well, he probably got paid. I don't know. Anyway, placement match updates. The placement match system has been revised to allow players to climb faster if they win the majority of their placement games. Okay, so they do add a little bit of placement match updates. I didn't see this up here. My apologies. This is why I'm reading it for the first time. And these were my qualms with placement matches, and look at that. They fixed it 3 lines later. Good job, Psyonix. So we'll see. We'll see how this affects it. It only says if you win a majority. It doesn't say if you lose a majority. So it might be a one-sided system, but we'll see. When rejoining a rank match, the default option is now okay instead of cancel. That's nice, because sometimes people would accidentally cancel, and then you're screwed. Esports! I'm a part of that. You see me on TV. Well, not TV, but Twitch. Sometimes. Once in a while. I just kind of say random shit on the desk. I predict NA well because everyone can. And then I just do terrible in Europe because everyone gets that wrong too. So it's fun. The esports button has been added to the top of the main menu. The esports button will take you directly to the live official Rocket League tournaments on Twitch, including live RLCS streams. Hey, you might see me when you click the button. This button will only be visible during associated live events, so that's cool. I like that. Spectators can now see a player's boost meter and Rumble power-up when in player view. Cool. Rumble power-up is good. Boost meter, I still want boost for every single person at all times on my screen. It doesn't really show too much. I've tweeted about this before. It's really hard to talk about boost management and stuff if you can only see the person that you're on the player cam of. So, it'll help for sure, but it only helps for 1/6 of what we want to talk about. And then also you want to compare team versus team, how much boost they have, and so on and so forth. So hopefully eventually we get the boost from every single person, but it's a good first step. Bug fixes. The boost meter now rounds down when you have a fractional amount of boost. Okay. Party members can now rejoin private matches after exiting to the main menu. Cool. Fix the rare issue where items would disappear after a completed trade. That's very nice, because that would suck. The achievement Rocket Genocider has been fixed. I guess that's Xbox, or I guess that's everywhere. I don't know. Xbox One, removing a split screen user from party no longer ends the party. Again, just small little bugs. Dominus GT taillights not working properly has been fixed. Cool. Turning on-off colorblind mode no longer causes the field to change colors in free play. All right. Players can no longer pass through the arena wall on double goal. Rocket Labs. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought it meant pass the ball, but you can't get through the wall in double goal. So that's nice. Trading with one player in your party no longer prevents you from trading with other party members afterwards. Painted items now displayed correctly. Good. Lobos wheels now have glowing eyes on both sides of your battle car. Sweet, look at that. The gun turrets behind the arena and Starbase Arc no longer shoot indefinitely. Fix an issue causing motion blur to be incorrectly disabled on PS4 and Xbox One. Optimize the performance of the majority of the rocket trails in game. It's always good. Optimizing performance is what we want. One thing I didn't bring up, I don't think, was Neo Tokyo is not going to be out of the game. It's only out of playlist. So you can still play the Neo Tokyo version that is available now. Who knows if... I'm surprised that Underpass is still in there, but since they kept Underpass, they'll probably just keep every map they ever have. But Underpass is still in there. But of course, that's just Neo Tokyo without a skin. They did change the Underpass map, so that is not in there. One thing I was hoping for with this update, I'm really excited about Dropshot, and I think it's really cool that they had a brand new mode that looks competitive. Can't wait to play it. I was hoping for another Rocket Labs map. I'm not going to lie. I was hoping for one, at least. And then... we'll see how this new ranking system goes. They've also said in previous posts that the matchmaking system will now try and find you a game quicker based on when you're playing and what time of night and stuff like that, which might cause some ill effects to, say, pros who kind of already hate that they have to play with, lesser players when they're matchmaking for so long. They would rather wait for a better match. Now it seems like they'll get into a quicker match, but they might also still have that rank disparity there. And that might happen across all ranks. I'm not really sure, depending on the time of night you're playing. So we'll see how that goes after the patch hits. And then the other thing I was really hoping they would do, since Grand Champion is going to be a lot more exclusive, it'd be really cool if they added a playlist that you can only opt into if you're Grand Champion. Once you search in there, it's only Grand Champions, and it's best of 3 or best of 5 in a certain playlist. I guess I'd have to choose 2 or 3s. I would probably do 3s. It might be a little harder to find games, but since that's where the pros want to play most of the time anyway, it'd be kind of neat to have a separate leaderboard for Grand Champion rank based on that playlist alone. So that'd be kind of neat, but we don't have it yet. And then, of course, that would have long queue times, but as long as you have a best of 3 or best of 5, it would keep people playing for a while, which is nice. And you don't have to always play there. You could still play in the other modes, and that would be pretty cool. But we didn't get any of that. But overall, really cool update. I'm really excited about Dropshot. Dropshot looks phenomenal. It's one of the coolest things I've seen Psyonix do. I just hope it plays really well. I think it will. And yeah. Then we got a new crate, obviously, which is always nice to always keep that money flowing in. That helps for Psyonix and for the esports and all that stuff. And a new esports button. Super good. You can see me when you click that button, hopefully. Yeah, that's all I got here, guys, for this video. It's pretty long, but pretty big patch. So I hope you guys liked it. And yeah, good luck in Season 4. And good luck on Dropshot. Hopefully I see you on the field. Later.